Hello and welcome back to another episode of Video Game Easter Eggs, the series where we take a look at some of the latest and not so latest Easter eggs in video games, with the only rule being that they cannot have featured on my channel before. In today's video, we make an all too common discovery in Rainbow Six Siege, we find a very familiar face in Goat Simulator, and we track down the world's most valuable toilet paper in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. As always, if you think you know of an Easter egg that I'm yet to cover, then the best place to let me know is in the comments section or on my social media accounts, the links to which are in the description. I'd like to briefly take this time to thank the sponsor of today's video, NordVPN. A VPN is a virtual private network that secures your internet traffic, encrypts it, and sends it through a remote server while changing your original IP address. Of course, this makes it very hard for people to access your information online, but a VPN has other benefits too, such as accessing streaming content from other countries to paying less for flights or subscriptions purely because of the country you are shopping from. Having a VPN is pretty much a no-brainer, and if you head to nordvpn.com/excellent, not only will you get 70% off, but you'll also get the first month for free. That link again is nordvpn.com/excellent. Click the link in the description or in my pinned comment to start being safer online today. Thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this video, and without further delay, let's get started. So to start things off, let's take a trip back to World of Tanks Blitz. At this point, we've covered well over 15 Easter eggs in Blitz in this series, but there was always one Easter egg I could never record. On the Desert Sands map, shooting a certain sign would apparently cause a giant worm to spawn. Well, try as I might, I could never get this to work. I even had some of you guys check it out to see if I was just being dumb, but there was no sign of the giant worm. Defeated, I moved on. Well, for some reason, if you shoot the sign in the current version of the game, this will happen. So the giant worm is back. To be completely honest, I'm not sure why the worm was removed in the first place. If you have any theories as to why, then please leave them in the comments. So regular viewers of this channel will be aware that despite being the home of some of video games' most complex Easter eggs, I haven't really spent a whole lot of time in the zombies mode. I think the lack of people to play with, combined with my enjoyment of regular old multiplayer, meant that I never really sat down and spent some time with it. Well, this next Easter egg comes from the zombie mode in Black Ops 4, but was only discovered a couple of weeks ago. On the Alpha Omega map, if you turn on the power and clear the ventilation system, you'll be able to hear Rushmore talk. Rushmore being the AI in charge of Camp Edward. After Rushmore has finished speaking, head upstairs and interact with the American flag for this to happen.
Oh, say, can you see, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed, at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming? And the rockets' red glare and the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So, a very robotic rendition of the US national anthem. The fact that this has gone undiscovered for so long makes you wonder what other Easter eggs remain hidden in zombies. Up next is a game that's kept me playing way longer than I thought it would. Minecraft Dungeons is a very basic dungeon crawler, similar to the Diablo series. As I said, the game is very simple with no classes or skill trees to speak of, but the gameplay loop of completing levels, finding loot, replaying levels, and finding higher level loot is incredibly addictive. As well as being heavily influenced by the Diablo series, the Easter egg we're taking a look at today actually references Diablo 2. After completing Minecraft Dungeons' relatively short campaign, you can head to previously beaten levels to find secret runes. Now these runes are usually very well hidden, often requiring the push of a button to find. If you manage to grab all of the runes and take them to the church near your camp, this will happen. So your reward for finding all of those runes is just 2 chests and a map? Well, not quite. If you head to the level select screen, a new level will have appeared. So this cow themed level is a reference to the secret cow level from Diablo 2. Up next is our one Back to the Future or Titanic Easter egg that we must include in every episode of this series, just to highlight how common those particular Easter eggs are. This time it's the turn of Rainbow Six Siege, as on the reworked house map you can find this. Yep, it's another red balloon, something which Ubisoft has been fond of for some time now. So long-time viewers will remember the Goat Simulator Easter egg videos that me and my daughter made last year. One thing that we never got round to doing was checking out the mobile versions of the game to see what we could find there. The mobile version of Goat Simulator has two mobile-only expansions, those being Goatville High and Goat Z Trick or Bleat, and it's the Trick or Bleat expansion that we'll be taking a look at today. The first Easter egg can be found on top of the haunted house, partying with some witches. So this is of course Donald Trump repeatedly saying China. The next Easter egg of note references a film that has been referenced quite a few times in video games before. So this is a reference to the Holy Grail from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Choosing poorly in the film meant a horrible death. In Goat Simulator, it means dead goats fall from the sky. I'll let you decide which fate is worse. The final Easter egg from Trick or Bleat references a horror movie classic. So this is of course a reference to this unforgettable scene from the 1973 film, The Exorcist. So the final Easter egg in today's video comes from Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare has a lot of really good Easter eggs, including the awesome but ultimately pointless beach ball Easter egg that was activated after shooting some cuddly toys. Well, this Easter egg once again sees you shooting cuddly toys, though this time it's teddy bears. On the recently released Isle 9 map, you can find 10 teddy bears. These are the locations. After shooting the final teddy bear, this will happen. So this is apparently the final roll of toilet paper left, and we all know how crazy people will go for toilet roll. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, then a like is really appreciated. If you're a fan of Easter eggs and secrets in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. If you want to support the channel further, as well as see your name in the credits and get access to videos early, then check the links to my Patreon in the description or become a YouTube member by clicking the join button. Thank you to Savage_CPT on Instagram for letting me know that the giant sandworm was back in World of Tanks Blitz, and thank you to my son Freddy for helping me in Minecraft Dungeons. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.